As I'm speaking right now, I can feel myself that I want to cry. Yeah, the idea that it is the end of the world, it doesn't sit well with me. I can't be there for everyone and also myself at the same time. And it's okay. It doesn't mean that I'm a bad person. My tank is not, it's not half full, it's half empty. And the constant planning, like you must schedule your life around load shedding. 2 minutes is load shedding, 2 minutes what, then you must bring it together. Dumelang, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lifelately. Yeah, so but the thing about I just spent a week of not recording, then it's like it's a new thing. So how are you guys doing? How are you doing? How are you feeling? This is a life update video. I just came back from work and I was busy and I was like, no, let me quickly record before I do other things. Well, you can hear I'm rambling on. Yeah, so I was actually watching Niza Nzwagi's video and she was doing a check-in, a life update, and it's something that was on my mind. I thought that I should do a video about our journey so far. So 3 months later, it is literally 3 months, we are still not yet back at my place, and that was not the plan. The plan, when I left home, the plan was that after a month, we are going back home. Like after we will go for the vacation, come back, and then everything will be done. But life happened. I could have many other plans in a man's heart, but the Lord, give the Lord who orders the steps. Life happened, things were hectic, things financially they were hectic, and which meant the renovation was slower than we expected. It is 3 months later and we are not back home, and we are not going back home anytime soon, and that is the reality. And this week, it was not an easy week for me. It was not an easy week for me and hubby, because we had to have those hard conversations. Like, I'm not going to lie, guys, I miss my place, I miss my environment, I miss knowing that I am at my place, I can do whatever. I just miss that. It's been a lot, and not hurry, it's negative things. I think, you know, the more you grow, you get used to your own space, you get used to making your own rules, and you get used to doing things your own way. But then when you are staying with other people, you need to compromise and adjust. I say I get Mustang. I miss being Mustang. I miss being Mustang. But anyhow, that will be fine. So I did want to do this check-in, but I didn't want it to be too serious, because I wanted to share where I am, because I think sometimes I'm one of those people who's always encouraging people that ask for help. You know, ask for help. If you need help, ask for help, and you should not feel bad. And I'm one of those people who's saying that if you need to downgrade, go back home and all those things. So even though I still have my house, I still have my home, but not having your own shelter, it has been challenging for me, and it has been triggering a bit, reminding me of where I started and everything. Although I will always remind myself that no, it's not that bad, we do have a home, it's just a matter of fixing it and going back. And I think it's been challenging also for me and hubby, for our relationship, because one thing about me, guys, and I want things that end, I want things to finish. I'm not all about perfections. So hubby, and when he has a vision, it has to be exactly like that. So even now, there's been days where I'm like, you know what, it's fine. We don't need the black what. We don't need the glasses. We don't need things like this. We can just have a temporary thing as long as we are back home. But I know my husband, once he has a vision for something, he won't let go. Once he wants something to be in a certain way, he's going to continue until it's like that. So it has been testing for our relationship, to give each other grace, to understand where we come from, to understand why we don't see the same way, and to not end up blaming each other. But the renovations, they look cute on social media, but in reality, they are a lot. Let me get into the questions. I got them from Niza. So the first one, it says, what do I love about my life right now? What I love the fact that even though things are not the way I want them to be, but I still have resources. Like, and I keep on reminding myself of that. For other people, they have no other choice. Like, you have no choice but to do that thing. For me, I have options, I have resources, and I have a husband. Like, but I have a husband who will do the utmost for me to make sure that me and the kids are okay, and I'm so grateful for that. So what I love about my life right now is that, and the fact that my relationship with God has been so good. I was reading this book that was talking about challenges, so I think somehow it prepared me for the delay for what is happening right now. So instead of taking it in a negative light, I have more peace than normally, because one thing about me, I am not about struggle anymore. I feel like I struggled enough in the first part of my life, so I don't need anymore to prove myself. What do I love doing? I love reading. I love having conversations. I love meeting new people. I love encouraging others. It makes me happy when I encourage other people. I cheer for them. It makes me happy. I love that. How is your physical health? My physical health has not been that great. So last time I went to the doctor because my hands shake sometimes, and it's something I've noticed it a lot. But you know those things that you see and you accept as a norm, that my eye does that, or I have a headache, what. So I accepted it. But the more people were asking me about it, I think I got annoyed, and I felt like, okay, instead of minimizing it, let me go and check what is really happening. So I went to the doctor. I think that was in June or July. I went to the doctor, and she did a lot of blood work, and it came back. I went back to fetch the result last month. Was it last month? When I went for the results, everything was fine. But then she said to me that she's going to refer me for a CT scan, because if it doesn't show through the blood work what is causing my tremors. No, it's not my tremors. I don't want to own it. What is causing the tremors? So maybe it could be something that is neurological. And can I be honest? When she said it, I wanted to cry. I don't like being sick. I know no one likes being sick, but for me, it goes very deep. It's a childhood trauma for me. So hearing her saying that I need to go for a CT scan, and a CT scan feels so serious, like, hey, a CT scan. So I'm waiting for that. So my left shoulder, it hasn't been that great. Like, I think it's being tired, but I'm not physically tired, but it feels physically tired. I think I'm emotionally tired. The strain of not being home, the strain of not knowing when the renovations are going to end, it just makes, I think I'm not really comfortable, and it's affecting my health in a way. So I haven't been that great, and also I was not exercising last month, since June or July, since July. So I think my body misses that. I want to start doing that again, start exercising, walking, and being mindful of what I eat, and also start focusing on my mental health, because I feel like I haven't done a good job of that. Someone commented on my Instagram post today where I was talking about the struggle of multiple streams of income, and I was saying that it's a lot, and she said that she used to believe in it, but right now she feels like, at what cost? And I think I'm also there. At what cost? Why? Yes, I want to pursue, have multiple streams of income, but if it affects my mental health, if it affects me physically, if it affects my family, if it steals my joy and my peace, is it really worth it? So I'm at that space. How is your job? My 9 to 5, I thank God that I have a stable job. I thank God that I know that every month I'm going to get my salary. And they also subsidize my medical aid, which is very, very expensive medical aid. I was actually talking to my friend about it, that I wonder how much was I going to pay if they did not subsidize for the whole family. So it is a blessing in that regard, but sometimes it does not fill my heart. It does not make me happy. And I think I know if my husband sees this, he will be like, why don't you resign? But for me, it is not that simple. I am not at that space, at that place where I feel like, okay, I can resign. I'm not yet there. So yeah, I'm grateful for it and taking it one day at a time. Are you worried and stressed about anything? I'm worried. I'm worried about my kids. As much as I'm trying to make this process, this season, as if it's an adventure for them, I know that it is not easy for them to not be in their own familiar place. So I'm worried about them and how it's affecting them. I'm worried about our next, because we need to move again. We need to move again and start again. So I'm a bit stressed about that, starting again and looking for a place and being comfortable, setting our routines again. So I'm a bit stressed about that. And I'm worried about my husband. He's working so hard, which I appreciate. And I wish I was able to assist him, but the only way I can assist him is by praying for him and standing in the gap for him and encouraging him. So I'm worried about him because he's not sleeping and I want him to sleep. And yeah, I'm being a wife and I miss him. I miss him because I'm using a lot of because. I spend more days with the kids. Out of the 7 days, I spend 6 days with the kids. Then one day I will try to go to my house for a sleepover. So I miss him and I feel sad for him who is alone, while at least we have each other. What are the 5 things you love about yourself? I love that I am kind. I love that I'm gentle. I used to hate that I'm gentle, but the more I grow, I embrace it. So I'm gentle. I love that about me, that I am not harsh. And I love that I believe in the goodness of people, even if I get disappointed. And also, I don't hold grudges. I love that about me. Like, I'm one of those people, if I forgive you, I forget. If I forgive you, I forget. And I'm not going to remember it. And I'm not going to bring it back. I love that about me. And yeah, I love that I love God. And I always try to obey him, even when it's not easy. But one thing about me, what's important for me is my relationship with God. And I'm very grateful about that. What are the 3 negative mindsets that I need to let go of? I need to let go of the fear of not having enough. It's a good thing that I'm a saver, but I think also I need to make sure that I don't do it from a place of fear or from a place of lack. I need to do it from a place where I'm honoring God. So I need to let go of, and I need to let go of the need to be in charge, in control, the need to have plan B. Like, I believe in plan B. I have plan B for everything. And I feel like I need to get to a place where I understand that I am safe enough. I do not need to have plan B anymore. And to trust that the Lord will come through for me the way He has always come through for me. So yeah, I need to let go of plan B. Am I alone? Am I the only one who always has a plan B for everything? Then the third one, and this is from a conversation I had with Amina, and as we were talking like offline, I realized something, that there is a part of me that wants to prove to people that I am really for you. Like I end up playing the game even though I don't want to. Like I want to prove that yes, hey, I'm for you, and because I'm for you, you see I'm watching your videos, you see I'm commenting, you see I'm here. And it's not only about YouTube or whatever. I am that person, even outside. If I love you, I will go all out for you. If I love you, I'm going to be there. I will sacrifice myself for you. I will give you things that you didn't even ask for. That is the person that I am. But I think I need to let go of the need to prove that I love people, and know in my heart that I love them, and that should be enough. I don't need to tembla who prove a gore ke a ba rata, you know. So yeah, I think I need to let go of that, to know, to trust my heart for others, and know that is enough, and understand that I can't be there for everyone and also myself at the same time. And it's okay. It doesn't mean that I'm a bad person. Understand my capacity. I need to understand my capacity. So thank you so much, Amina Gill. Thank you. As much as, even though you are not aware, but talking to you, it always helps me. But I think all the interactions I have with people I connected with on YouTube, they always help me to reflect, especially the ones who have been here longer. So they help me to reflect and see, okay, is this really deep, or is there something there? How have you been feeling about life overall? I've been feeling not so much optimistic. Mara, I'm trying really hard. Hence, I'm intentional about what I'm listening to. I'm intentional about reading the Word of God, doing devotionals, praying, because I can feel that my tank is not half full, it's half empty. So I've been intentional about feeling it so that I can feel more positive about life. And I think the reality is that being in South Africa has been a lot. And a lot of us, we are trying so hard to be positive about it, you know. So we try to use humor to make fun of the situation. But when you are alone and sleeping, or sometimes I worry. Like, I worry about my kids. I worry about my kids' future, that by the time they grow up, will there still be South Africa? Will there still be a nation worth fighting for? So I worry about that. Then and the constant planning, like you must schedule your life around load shedding. 2 minutes is load shedding, 2 minutes what, then you must bring it together and all these things. So I haven't been feeling so positive, but I'm praying about it and trusting God to help me to remember that He is still in control. As I'm speaking right now, I can feel myself that I want to cry. How have you feeling about the world lately? The world. I was saying something. One of the things, I don't watch news. I do not watch news, and I do not even listen to news. And I know that other people might feel like, no, that is so irresponsible. You are an adult. You need to know what's happening in the world. But for me, I feel like there is so much negativity when you are listening to the news or when you are watching the news, that I really do not need it. I need positivity. I need lightness. I need to see goodness. And the world has been giving a lot of negative news, negative information. That is why I'm not listening to it. That is why I'm not watching them, because I need goodness. I'm already feeling bad about life, so I don't need to hear more negative things. So let me know, do you watch the news? Do you listen to them? And how does it make you feel? Does it, yeah, how does it impact your mental health? For me personally, I feel like I don't really need to watch them. And even if I don't watch them, I always find out what's happening, because sometimes I'll go to Twitter and I'll watch what's trending and I will know, oh, there was what at Braamfontein. And then you get scared because anyways, I'm working there. So I remember with the Brie incident, everyone was calling me back from home. They were like, are you fine? They were sending me SMSs. And it's because they were watching the news. And when they had Brie Street, they just thought about me, that I stay here and probably something happened to me. So I don't watch news. I don't listen to them. And it's always an argument with me and hubby, because when we are in the car, my husband will listen to 702. Like, he will listen to 702. I cannot, as much as I love conversations, I cannot listen to 702 from one debate topic to the next and what. No, it's a lot for me. So I would rather listen to Rainbow FM and listen to worship music, so that I can feel more hopeful about life. So it hasn't been positive, but I keep on declaring the word and believing that God is still in control. And the other thing, I spoke to this other friend of mine, and she was like, don't you think that we are living in the end days? And I said, you know what? I think you are right, but my mommy's heart is not ready to accept that it is the end days, because my kids are small. I want them to enjoy life. I want them to go to varsity. I want them to get married and have kids if they want to, and travel the world and do all these things. And celebrate them and all these things. So yeah, the idea that it is the end of the world, it doesn't sit well with me. Maybe I'm in denial. Sometimes we need denial. The last one is, what are you most grateful for right now? I am most grateful for provision. I'm most grateful for provision. You know, I look at our situation right now, that there are people who are worse off than us. There are people who don't even have their own homes. It's not because they are renovating, they don't have homes. There are people who have lost their homes, their houses have been repossessed, their cars. You know, there are people who never had their own home. So the fact that I have my own house and we are fixing it the way we want to, it is a blessing. It is something to be grateful for. So I thank God for provision. I thank God that even when things are bad for us, He is always good. He is always able to provide for us. I remember last time I was declaring this scripture that I have never seen the righteous forsaken or their children begging for bread. That is what I always declare over my kids, over my family, that we will never beg for bread, and my kids will never be brought to shame because of who God is. So as much as I wish I was saying, yo guys, I'm going back home, the house is finished, I'm going to show you the tour of the house, I'm glad that I'm saying, okay, we are moving to another place, and thank God for provision that we are going to go to another place. And I think I'm going to take you along with me as we move there, as we finish the house and everything, because yeah, so we will be renting from my other friend Umpo. I'm so excited about that. So yeah, we will be finishing it. I will be using all your tips, guys. Luna the homemakers, I will be that one. Look at this, the couch and all this thing. Thank you so much for watching until so far. I hope that you are all well, and just a reminder that joy comes in the morning. I truly believe that things are going to be okay. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.